are positioning themselves for the political space ahead of the 2022 general elections. As a leader from Bungoma, and being a participant in one of the factions, I have come to the realization that the people of Bungoma stand to lose out in the high political stakes table. As the national cake is being shared nationally, our numbers will not be withstanding, because we will be busy fighting for small chips under the table, while the rest of the country are seated at the high table sharing the national cake. Secondly, as a country and the world at large, the effects of COVID-19 has been grave. It has ravaged the very core of our society fabric, and many say that God is resetting the world. The third wave of the pandemic, which we are now witnessing, have seen very many prominent leaders, as well as very many Kenyans, lose their lives. And there has been a call for a reduction of political activities. This called by our president and other leaders to be able to help check the spread of COVID-19. Therefore, as we heed the call by our president to reduce our political activities, hence check the spread of COVID-19 pandemic, I also take this time to reflect. I'm also taking this time to be able to take a sabbatical leave of about 4 months from high national politics in this country, to be able to reflect on my political journey, bring everybody on board ahead of takeoff. As a people of Kimilili, Bungoma, and by extension of the Mulembe nation, we have to rightfully claim our seat at the high table to make our numbers meaningful. To this end, like I've said before, I will be taking a 4-month sabbatical leave from the high stakes of political activities, including those of my Tangatanga wing of faction, because of the following. 1, I want to carry out an audit on my development agenda for the people of Kimilili, in line with what I promised them during the 2017 campaigns. I will use this audit to identify and address any gaps in readiness for the campaigns that is scheduled in next year. While doing so, I also take pride that I have been able, but not limited to, have replaced all the 18 mud-walled schools within my constituency, and we have erected modern classrooms. I have also set up close to 10 storage buildings in primary schools, and there are others, about 9, that are ongoing now. So it's need for me to take a sabbatical leave from my national political engagement to be able to carry out an audit on what I have been able to achieve as a member of parliament. What are some of the gaps that exist? Of course, drawing from what I was promising the people of Kimilili constituency, to be able to fill all those gaps, address them ahead of the 2022 general election campaigns, which is around the corner. 2, I want to take this time to engage in two-way consultations with my people who are the electorate, various leaders across the Mulembe nation and across the country, in order to realign my political ambition to the needs of the people of Kimilili constituency whom I represent. This will also entail envisaging the political interests of my people within the movement that I belong to, being the Hustler Nation. 3, appreciating that the Mulembe nation has been unable to benefit from our numbers over the years because of our different interests as leaders, each supporting different political factions, I have taken an initiative of appointing myself as an arbiter. From today going forward, together with the other like-minded leaders from the region who will be able and willing to join me, so that we can try and reconcile all the factions within the Bungoma with a view of having the Bungoma speak in one voice and convince the rest of Mulembe nation to align to one political path, because, as they say, charity begins at home. 4, I will be consulting with the various stakeholders within the constituency in identifying our interests as a country and as a county, in readiness for the general election, more particularly on who is best placed to advance our interests as the constituency for various elective seats. That includes the one of the president, that one of the governor, that one of the senator, and the other things. I will want at this stage to take this opportunity to encourage my colleagues and other leaders from our region to also take cue and do some soul searching, as well as agree on a sitting with a view to coming up with at least one formidable force to team up with the rest of Kenya in forming the next government. In so doing, and with the benefit of our numbers, we shall be able to have a stake at the national cake, especially if we cast our votes in one basket as Mulembe nation. Our different ideologies and vision that have oftenly divided us can be amalgamated into one vision, since we are all driven by the desire to better the economic well-being of our people. We hope that by the time the country readies itself for the next general elections in 2022, we as the people and the leadership from Bungoma, and hopefully the larger Mulembe nation, will be talking in one voice insofar as the president of this country is concerned, so that our people can be able to benefit from our numbers. We must all remember that politics is about interests, and our numbers will never help us if we keep scattering them in different political baskets.